Alright, so I have a theory about Darkseid, and please bear with me because it is really out there. I do not believe that UXAS is actually Darkseid. If you need clarification, UXAS is the one in the brown right here. And I say this because we all know how Darkseid came to be, right? The Omega Force was supposed to go to Drax, UXAS' older brother. But as we can see, UXAS basically betrays his brother and jumps into the Infinity Pit to take the Omega Force for himself. An act in which he succeeds but also costs him the life of his brother. And once he emerges from the Infinity Pit, we see him basically taking this form. But you can pause and read this entire panel yourself, but I'm going to point out something. If you look on the bottom hand corner, you can see that UXAS basically has to pick a god name that he will go by after he basically came back from the Infinity Pit. For a minute, just read what he says. As you say, of course, I have chosen the most feared of all names in the ancient lore books. The name no one has dared take in all the millennia of our existence. Now and forever, I am Darkseid. I may be grasping at straws, but for me, that basically kind of says that Darkseid has already been a concept that has already existed. UXAS has just taken the name of Darkseid after coming in contact with the Omega Force. And then we start seeing UXAS basically saying that he is the Tiger Force at the core of all things. That he is the end. That he is the emptiness in the shape of God. In that the famous quote, Darkseid is. That has always been his repeating motif. Darkseid is. He always is. Perhaps because he always was. In my opinion, this isn't Darkseid. This is UXAS possessed by Darkseid. And I believe that the true form of Darkseid is actually the great darkness itself. It turns out that UXAS' mother basically molded him to hold the Omega Force from his birth. A young UXAS lived a life of cruelty, coldness, and constant mockery and neglect from his mother. Drax, who was more kind-hearted, would never have been able to actually contain the Omega effect, considering that it is a force of pure evil. Kind of like how Thomas Wayne basically came from a time where everything was essentially steeped in darkness. And he was an easy target and prey for the great darkness itself. The same can be said about all of these different avatars of the great darkness. Despite all of these claims about true forms, I don't think we've ever actually seen Darkseid. But again, it's just a really out there theory I wanted to share with you guys. Y'all have a nice day.